Hi guys, good morning. Welcome to my channel. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me on Patreon, thank you so very much. Today we are filming in a different room. This is not the office that I normally film in. This morning when I went in to go get, to start the filming, my bulb on the overhead lamp burned out as I turned on the lights. So, and then when I went to go change it, it's not a regular bulb. It's a tiny, weird, like LED bulb or something in the overhead fan thing. So I, instead of running to Lowe's and replacing all of that first thing in the morning, because they're not even open yet, I'm just going to shoot this from a different space in the house. So this is your reading for the 23rd of June. For those of you that are watching this on a date that's not the 23rd, do not worry. This reading is timeless, so it may still work for you for whenever you're seeing it. You don't necessarily have to turn it off. For those of you that are my regular viewers, you know what the drill. We are building upon the energy of the week. So we are seeing what is available to us, what we need to be aware of, what is out there for our highest good, for the greater collective. So let's see what's going on here. Okay, so we have the Nine of Pentacles. This is a great card. I've not actually seen this card before in this deck. It says abundance and fortitude, right? The fortitude aspect of this card would definitely be, oh, this is a deep, that's a deep groove there. Let me pull this closer so you guys can see the card. To me, the fortitude would be about the energy of Earth. Pentacles is the energy of Earth, and it being a 9, it's like we've worked really hard to get where we're going. Yesterday we had that Fool card, and we still have that 2 of Pentacles, or that 2 of Rings underneath here. To me, this speaks to the idea of sort of moving forward with bigger dreams, with the idea that the possibilities are actually available to us, that this abundance that we see here, right, the word abundance and fortitude, like if we work hard for it, we can actually maybe make it, not even maybe, we can make it happen. We can create that path through or over adversity. That would be the mountains to me here, and bring it ourselves to this like new opportunity, this new energy, this new excitement. That is this sun here that's sort of not fully in the picture yet, because I feel like we have to do, we have to have the fortitude to do the work first, okay? To me, it feels like we will be successful with this card. I like how these 9 rings are laid out sort of in a pattern, almost like we're leading the path, or we're setting the path through our own like grounded thinking. And we have that, we're shifting right now. This is, today is Monday, so this will be Tuesday's reading. So we should still be in that, some of you will still be in that 2 of Pentacles energy, but we also have that beautiful Ace of Swords coming in the midweek for, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So some of you might be finding some of that inspired thought around a scenario or a situation. And that might be the very inspired thought that is actually leading us to this pathway that we're kind of building. Not even kind of, I do see it as being built with these rings being placed here. But what I am getting the sense of, or what I'm feeling from this card, is that with each ring, like it might be very in the moment or present moment. We may not totally feel like we have the exact steps to take. To me, I feel like these rings are being laid out like we've laid one ring, we move to that ring, and then we lay the next ring, right? Or the next part of the plan, and we move towards that. And then we move to the next part of the plan, and we lay the next ring. And we're doing it sort of with there's almost like a methodical nature to this that I feel in this card today, that allows us to traverse these, whatever the challenging aspects are in our life. Okay, and that would be this mountain range here. right? We have all of these sort of mountains that we have to traverse and get beyond. And mountains to me in this deck, or at least in this card this morning, is making me feel like any sort of challenges, anything that presents like a threat or anxiety, worry, or anything we might be worrying about that's not even really real, right? We can sort of utilize the earth energy of that Two of Pentacles and this Nine of Pentacles, and also the energy of that Ace of Swords that's coming in, to inspire ourselves to sort of create the plan as we move forward. I still feel like this looks like the Fool's journey that we had yet in yesterday's card, is that idea of the Fool, a new beginning, and moving towards that. The Nine of Rings to me is about creating that path. How do I want to say it? And creating that abundance without allowing sort of the environment to dictate to us what our reality is, right? That's this mountain range that does exist, right? There is this, excuse me, adversity maybe around us, or challenges around us, but that doesn't stop us. Well, there's my cat. That is just sort of what's going on around us. We're not really sort of, to me, it doesn't feel like we're getting sucked in. And that was the cover that we saw over the Fool yesterday, that sheet that was over the Fool, that Weight of the World card, where she sort of relaxes back into the water. It's that idea of being carried. It's that idea of trusting ourselves and having the fortitude and the strength to do that. So I like that this is our card for today, in the sense that it's not only allowing us to lay out the plan towards this abundance or these new ideas, but it's also like rising us up above, keeping us grounded. Yet there's my other cat, keeping us grounded yet. And then the third cat's outside, keeping us grounded and allowing us to create the path as we, in the moment, as we see it, as we're experiencing it. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Sorry, guys. It just feels funny doing this from here without my normal setup. All right, so let's see what the Starseed Oracle has to say. Oh, great. This is how they do their food. They like to drop it off of the thing and then hunt it. They jump down and hunt it and bat their food around, their dry food. So you get to see a little bit more of my life and the craziness that goes on here. Let's see. Oh, the blue flame is back, guys. This is a beautiful card. Spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. So to me, this blue flame is also kind of opening doors for us. I feel like this is that sort of awakening of that spirit. This is that new beginning that we see in the Fool. This is about that nature stone that we had as the grounding stone yesterday, like going deep, being introspective, finding the true nature of what resides within us. This blue flame to me feels like our own spirit. If you look really closely, it looks like there's almost like a body, like it has arms and a head, all of that. This is our soul. To me, this feels like activating that aspect of ourselves and working with it, challenging ourselves to sort of ask the questions. What is it that I want? How is it that I want to get there? And then trusting enough that we will figure out the answers, or that our soul or spirit, our true nature, will respond to us. And we can then lay out these rings in this pattern towards abundance. It's going to require us to be strong, use, fortitude, stay sort of focused on a goal. The goal may not be completely clear, that's this sun, but it's starting to formulate. It's starting to show itself. The reality of it is like on the horizon, so to speak. And so keeping that in mind and utilizing the strength of this blue flame, I think that there's a power in this. I think that there's an opportunity in this for us to, I don't know, like I want to say like burn brighter, burn truer, let go of some of the things that aren't of us, that preoccupy us, like maybe anxieties or fears, worries. And as we release those things, I feel like we ground in this new sort of idea of abundance, or the ability to create this abundance that rises us up. That's these rings that are going up over the mountainside, right? It kind of lifts us up, and even though there's challenges available or apparent to us, they don't scare us. We move towards them, through them, over them with ease, with grace. I feel like there is this opportunity here to do that if we tap into that energy. To do that, we need to tap in, integrate, and activate this trust within ourselves, this spark within ourselves, this, this divine spirit that resides within us, and trusting that is going to be key. So let's see what the grounding stone is. Okay, that came out rather quick. So the grounding stone, beautiful. Can you guys see this? I don't know if you can see this. Let me push this back a little bit. It's a little crooked. Is love. Loving ourselves enough to trust ourselves, loving ourselves enough to go deeper, loving ourselves enough to desire more, loving ourselves enough to know that we deserve abundance, loving ourselves enough to know that as we move towards that abundance, we can sort of create the path, the avenues to get there. If we want abundance in, say, a love situation, a romance situation, or maybe we want abundance in a work situation, there's opportunities to create it here if we trust it. If we trust ourselves, if we love ourselves, if we tap into that deeper part of ourselves and allow that part of ourselves to sort of, in a sense, activate and integrate into our lives and operate from that higher sense of awareness. That's this blue flame card that allows us to move forward. Remember, we've got this Ace of Swords energy coming in. I believe that that's connected to this blue flame. I believe that this blue flame is connected to that Fool card we saw yesterday. I believe that that Fool card is asking us to take out, that sheet over the Fool that we saw yesterday is like, turn blinders onto what's going on in the world and figure out what's going on internally within you, within this world. How do you feel about it? Where do you want to be? How do you want to affect immediate change in your personal environment that is positive and abundant for you? What is based in love for you? Grounding in that love and in that opportunity is also going to help build this path of this Nine of Rings, this Nine of Pentacles. But the focus is definitely on self, right? And then this focus is also set up with this idea of love. When we bestow that upon ourselves, it's so much easier to then give that sort of energy to others around us also. So when we emanate that out onto the planet, we're going to just create a better environment or a higher vibrational environment just through that. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, guys. This is your forecast for the day. Hopefully I'll get a light bulb later today and we'll get it fixed, so I'll be back in my office tomorrow. Please give me a like, a share, a comment, a subscribe. Let me know what you thought, and I hope that I will see you tomorrow, and we'll see how this energy builds. Have a great day. Bye-bye.